Greetings, true champions of the cause. Welcome to Starplanet Beyond the Canon, a showcase of literary fan works from across the multiverse of your favorite intellectual properties. In today's episode, we feature a work inspired by Paramount's Star Trek, the legendary sci-fi series created by Gene Roddenberry. First airing in the 1960s, Star Trek has since evolved into a global pop culture phenomenon, expanding into films, TV series, video games, novels, and comics, becoming one of the most iconic and successful franchises of all time. Today's spotlight is on Star Trek Shadows in the Void and Star Trek The Last Stand of the Hakkar, both fan works written by Venom Legion's 70. Now, dear travelers, let's begin. Captain James T. Kirk sat grimly in the command chair of the Starship Enterprise as he reviewed the latest report. Ensign Janice Rand had vanished without a trace during routine shore leave on the Federation planet Epsilon Eridani IV. The Enterprise had been cruising through the quiet expanse of the Alpha Quadrant, its mission of exploration and diplomacy momentarily disrupted by this personal quest. Spock, Kirk called his voice tight with concern. Have we received any further information from the planetary authorities? Commander Spock, the ship's half-Vulcan, half-human first officer, stepped forward, his expression characteristically calm, despite the urgency of the situation. No, Captain. However, our scans have detected a residual ion trail consistent with a small vessel departing the planet shortly after Ensign Rand was last seen. It appears she has been taken off-world. Kirk clenched his fist. A kidnapping. Why would anyone take her? Spock's eyes narrowed slightly as he considered the possibilities. Given the method and timing, it is plausible that this is the work of the individual known as the Phantom. Alarm surged through Kirk as he realized the Phantom, a notorious serial killer who had evaded capture for years, leaving a bloody trail of abductions and murders across multiple star systems, might now have Rand in his twisted grasp. Plot a course to follow that ion trail immediately, Kirk commanded, springing to his feet, and have Uhura transmit a Priority 1 distress call. We need every available Federation vessel to assist in the search and rescue. The Enterprise raced through the void, its sensors straining to detect the faint ion trail. In the briefing room, Kirk, Spock, and Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy pored over the scant evidence they had. We have to assume she's still alive, McCoy said, his voice edged with worry. The Phantom's victims are usually kept for days before. He trailed off, unwilling to voice the grim fate that likely awaited Rand. Kirk's jaw tightened. We need to find her before it's too late. Spock's fingers flew over the controls, bringing up a star map. The ion trail leads to an uncharted sector of space. We have limited data on this region, but it is known to contain several uninhabited planets and asteroid fields. Perfect hiding spot for a madman, McCoy muttered darkly. Indeed, Spock agreed. However, one planet within range shows signs of recent activity. Our quarry may have taken refuge there. Then that's where we're headed. Kirk's voice was firm. Prepare an away team. Spock, you're with me. Bones, we'll need you too. If Rand is injured, she'll require immediate medical attention. The away team materialized on the barren, jagged surface of the alien world, their phasers at the ready. The harsh landscape was shrouded in deep shadows that seemed to swallow the scant light. Kirk led the group, his eyes scanning the terrain for any sign of Rand or her captor. Over here, Spock called, kneeling beside a set of fresh footprints. Two individuals, one matching Rand's size and weight. Kirk's heart raced. Let's move, but stay alert. The Phantom could be lurking anywhere. They followed the trail cautiously through the rocky terrain. Rounding a corner, they discovered a small, concealed entrance, likely the entrance to a cave or underground facility. The door hung ajar. "It looks like we found the lair," McCoy said grimly. Kirk nodded. "Spock, take point. I'll cover you." They entered the darkened passage, their footsteps echoing off the walls. As they advanced, a faint, muffled cry reached their ears. "Janice!" Kirk called out urgently. The cry grew louder, spurring them onward. They emerged into a dimly lit chamber to find Ensign Rand bound to a chair. Her eyes widened with relief at the sight of them. "Kirk." "Captain," she rasped, her voice hoarse. Kirk rushed forward, but Spock's hand shot out to stop him. "Captain, wait." A cloaked figure stepped from the shadows, a phaser trained on Rand. The Phantom, Kirk realized. Not another step, or she dies. Kirk raised his hands in a placating gesture, trying to appear non-threatening. "You don't have to do this. Let her go, and we can talk it out." The Phantom's laughter echoed with chilling malice. "Talk? There's nothing to discuss. This is my masterpiece, my final act." Spock, ever the astute strategist, subtly adjusted his tricorder, signaling Kirk with a slight nod. Kirk understood the cue immediately. "You're surrounded," Kirk stated calmly but commandingly. "There's no way out. Release her, and I give you my word you won't be harmed." The Phantom hesitated, glancing around warily. It was the moment Spock had been waiting for. With lightning speed, he raised his phaser and fired, striking the Phantom's hand and causing him to drop his weapon. Kirk seized the opportunity, lunging forward to tackle the man to the ground. McCoy rushed to Janice Rand's side, quickly untying her bonds. "You're safe now, Janice. We've got you." Though shaken, Rand managed a weak but grateful smile. "Thank you, Doctor. I knew you'd come for me." On the Enterprise, Rand was declared medically fit, though shaken by her recent ordeal. Meanwhile, the Phantom had been apprehended and was being transported to a maximum security facility, no longer a threat to anyone. Kirk stood on the bridge, gazing out at the stars. "We did it," he said quietly. "We brought her home." Spock stood beside him and nodded. "Indeed, Captain. It was a most fortunate outcome." Kirk smiled and clapped Spock's shoulder. "Thanks to you, Spock. I couldn't have done it without you." Spock inclined his head. "It was a team effort, Captain, as it always is." As the Enterprise continued its journey through the stars, Kirk felt a renewed sense of purpose. They had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, and as long as they stood together, there was no challenge they couldn't overcome. "Set a course for our next mission, Mr. Sulu," Kirk ordered, his voice filled with confidence. "Let's see what new adventures await the Enterprise." The starship surged forward, a beacon of hope and courage in the endless expanse of space. The rescue of Ensign Rand had occurred only days ago, yet an unsettling unease still lingered aboard the Enterprise. Sequestered in his quarters, Kirk pored over the logs and reports related to the Phantom, having a nagging feeling that the capture had been too effortless. Spock entered, observing the captain's preoccupation. "Captain, you appear troubled." Kirk looked up, his brow furrowed. "Spock, something doesn't sit right with me about the Phantom's capture. Why would someone so elusive and meticulous be so easily apprehended?" Spock raised a contemplative eyebrow. "It is possible he underestimated our capabilities, or perhaps he intended to be captured." "Why would he want that?" Kirk asked, leaning back in his chair with a troubled sigh. "An accomplice, or a larger plan at play," Spock suggested. Kirk's frown deepened. "We need to dig deeper. There must be something we've overlooked." The crew began re-examining all data related to the Phantom's activities. While monitoring subspace frequencies, Lieutenant Uhura intercepted a cryptic message consisting of a series of numbers and coordinates, which seemed unrelated to any known communication protocols. "Captain, I've decoded part of the message. It's a set of coordinates leading to a distant star system on the edge of Federation space," Uhura reported. Kirk and Spock exchanged a glance. Recognizing the potential importance of Uhura's discovery, Kirk ordered, "Prepare to change course. Spock, have a team ready. We're going to investigate." The Enterprise arrived at the specified coordinates to find an expansive asteroid field. Scans revealed a heavily shielded but penetrable base concealed within one of the larger asteroids. "Spock, Bones, you're with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con," Kirk commanded as the away team beamed down to the hidden base. Inside, they discovered a labyrinthine network of corridors and chambers filled with advanced technology and incriminating records of the Phantom's criminal activities. It became clear that the Phantom was not working alone, but was part of a larger syndicate of criminals and mercenaries. "This operation is much more extensive than we anticipated," McCoy reported after reviewing the files. "The Phantom has been supplying intelligence to various criminal organizations." Kirk's expression hardened. "We need to shut this entire operation down." Aboard the Enterprise, the data retrieved from Varek's base underwent thorough analysis. The findings revealed a sprawling network of criminal activities, with the Phantom's abductions being just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Starfleet Command promptly received the intelligence, swiftly launching a series of operations to dismantle the criminal network. In a subspace communication, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy debriefed Admiral Nogura. "Excellent work, Captain," the Admiral commended. "Your efforts have provided invaluable intelligence. The Federation is in your debt." Kirk gave a humble nod. "Thank you, Admiral. We're just relieved to have brought Ensign Rand and the others to safety." In the tranquil observation lounge, Kirk found Rand gazing wistfully at the stars. He approached her, his expression softening with empathy. "How are you holding up, Janice?" Rand turned, managing a small, grateful smile. "Better, thanks to all of you. I still can't believe what happened. It feels like a nightmare I'm trying to wake from." Kirk nodded understandingly. "You've been through a harrowing ordeal. Take all the time you need to recover." Rand took a steadying breath. "I will, Captain. And thank you. I know it wasn't easy tracking me down." Kirk returned her smile warmly. "We're a team, Janice. We look out for our own." With the recent ordeal behind them, the Enterprise crew resumed its mission of exploration, and their spirits were renewed. Though marked by their harrowing experiences, the crew emerged stronger and more united than ever. "Captain Starfleet has issued new orders," Spock announced one morning on the bridge. "We are to proceed to the Beta Quadrant and investigate a series of anomalous readings." Kirk's eyes gleamed with the familiar thrill of discovery. "Excellent, Mr. Sulu. Set a course for the Beta Quadrant. Warp Factor 5. The Enterprise surged forward, ready to confront whatever challenges awaited. As they traversed the uncharted vastness of space, Kirk felt a renewed sense of purpose. No matter the darkness they encountered, the crew would face it together with unwavering courage and determination. And so, guided by the stars, they continued their journey, ever vigilant and prepared for the unknown. On the final frontier, the spirit of exploration and the bonds of friendship would always light their way. And that is where our story ends. After the break, we will continue with Star Trek, The Last Stand of the Hakkar. We will be right back. You are watching Starplanet, Beyond the Canon.
Greetings, true champions of the cause. We hope you're enjoying your stay here on Starplanet. Please allow me to take this opportunity to introduce you to Starplanet Music, a continuously expanding portfolio of musical works that spans an impressive array of genres. Starplanet Music, the future of the underground. Visit starplanetmusic.com today. The new beef superior is here, only at Starries. Wherever you are in the universe, there's always one place that feels like home. Starries, eat in, eat out, but always eat the best.
The universe is a grand place, full of uncertainty. But the one thing you can be sure on is the greatest pizzas can always be found at Pistol Star Pizza, with over 500 trillion outlets throughout the universe. One thing is for sure. You'll never go hungry at Pistol Star Pizza. Pistol Star Pizza. At Pistol Star Pizza.
Welcome back. Let's continue. The Hakkar, a legendary bird of prey, glided through the vast, star-speckled void, its battle-scarred hull a testament to countless skirmishes. On the bridge, Captain Kator stood resolute, his gaze fixed on the view screen that revealed the infinite darkness surrounding them. Isolated and vulnerable, his ship was trapped by a merciless Dominion blockade, with no hope of reinforcements. The crew, a battle-hardened assembly of Klingons, moved with fierce determination, each warrior steeling themselves for the impending clash. Lieutenant Jakal, the tactical officer, was a whirlwind of concentration, his fingers deftly navigating the controls as he monitored the ship's precarious status. Time was slipping away, and the weight of their fate was pressing heavily upon them. "Captain," Jakal's voice cut through the charged silence. "The Dominion fleet is upon us. We've identified at least 12 Jem'Hadar vessels closing in fast." Kator's expression remained resolute. "We may be outnumbered, but we will not be outmatched. Prepare for combat." Just then, Commander Rukan, the seasoned first officer, strode onto the bridge, a force of nature. "Captain, our scans indicate the Dominion has deployed its most formidable warships. We must brace for any eventuality." Kator met his gaze with unwavering conviction. "We will engage with honor. Ready the crew and arm all weapons. We shall stand as a beacon of defiance." The dimly lit crew quarters were heavy with a palpable air of melancholy, stifling the usual boisterous energy that once filled the halls. The vibrant laughter of Klingons had faded into a profound silence, replaced by the weight of unspoken fears. Immersed in the intricate work of repairing the ship's beleaguered systems, Engineer Laran felt the gravity of their dire situation pressing down on him. His fingers danced across the console with practiced precision, yet his heart was burdened by the chilling thought that this could be their last stand against the encroaching darkness. Just then, Ensign Karin, the young nephew of Kator, entered the room. His pallid complexion betrayed the turmoil within as he approached Laran, his hands trembling with uncertainty. "Do you believe we stand a chance, Engineer?" he asked. Laran paused his work, his gaze softening as he met Karin's anxious eyes. While our survival hangs in the balance, our honor remains steadfast. We have been granted this moment to rise and fight. Let us ensure our struggle is etched into the annals of history. Absorbing the engineer's words, a flicker of resolve ignited within Corinne, though shadows of doubt still lingered. Determined to channel every ounce of strength into the impending battle, he exited the quarters, his spirit bolstered. As the Klingon crew prepared for the impending battle, a palpable tension gripped the bridge. The Dominion fleet, a formidable and ominous presence, drew ever closer with each passing moment. The crew moved with practiced efficiency, their disciplined movements reflecting years of rigorous training and combat experience. Lieutenant Jackal's fingers danced across the controls, closely monitoring the approaching enemy vessels. "Captain, the Dominion fleet is closing in rapidly. We have no additional support. Our shields are down to 60%. Captain Couture's voice remained resolute. "Maintain full power over the shields. Ready yourselves to engage the enemy." The ship's weapon systems hummed to life, and the crew braced themselves for the impending onslaught. In the engine room, Loran worked frantically to stabilize the failing warp drive, sparks flying as he adjusted the controls, his brow glistening with sweat from the exertion. Engineering to bridge, Loran's voice crackled over the comm. "We're experiencing power fluctuations. The warp drive is unstable." Couture's response carried a note of urgency. "Stabilize the drive as quickly as possible. We cannot afford to be left immobile." The first wave of Jem'Hadar fighters materialized on the view screen, their sleek ships darting through space with lethal precision. The Dominion fleet advanced in tight formation, their dark, imposing vessels a formidable force. "Engage!" Couture commanded. The Hakkar roared into action, disruptor beams erupting from its cannons in a dazzling display. The Klingon ship weaved through the enemy formations, its weaponry firing with unrelenting fury. Explosions lit up the darkness as the Hakkar fought against the overwhelming odds. On the bridge, Jackal's eyes were fixed on the tactical display. "Port Nacelle is taking heavy damage. Shields failing." Commander Arkan's voice was tense. "Forward weapons offline. We need to maneuver to avoid their fire." In the engine room, Loran struggled to keep the ship operational. "Engineering to bridge, warp drive failing. We'll be trapped unless I can stabilize it." Couture's gaze remained unwavering. "Find a way. We cannot afford to be stationary." The Hakkar waged a relentless battle against the encroaching Dominion fleet, its weapon systems erupting in a final desperate display of power. The crew, their faces hardened by the weight of impending doom, fought with a ferocity that echoed the legacy of their ancestors, each heartbeat a testament to their indomitable spirit. In those fleeting seconds, Captain Couture stood resolute on the bridge, his eyes ablaze with determination. "For honor, for glory," he roared, his voice cutting through the chaos like a battle cry. With a final surge of defiance, the Hakkar unleashed a torrent of disruptor fire, illuminating the void with a fierce brilliance. The Dominion ships, though battered and bruised, pressed on with relentless resolve. The Hakkar's shields faltered, and the once mighty vessel began to disintegrate under the weight of the assault. As the ship's system spiraled into failure, and the cold embrace of space loomed ever closer, Couture and his crew stood united, their courage unwavering in the face of annihilation. The Hakkar had fought with honor, and its last moments would forever resonate as a tribute to the unyielding spirit of Klingon warriors. Epilogue: A Warrior's Legacy. The saga of the Hakkar etched itself into the annals of Klingon lore, a tale of valor that would echo through the ages. In the final moments of the ship's valiant stand, the Empire found a profound symbol of courage and honor, a testament to the indomitable spirit of its warriors. As the Empire grieved the loss of its gallant defenders, it simultaneously celebrated their sacrifice with a reverence that resonated deeply within every Klingon heart. Captain Kator and his crew emerged as legendary figures, their names forever intertwined with the essence of bravery that defines the Klingon spirit. The narrative of the Hakkar transformed into a rallying cry for future generations, urging them to embrace honor and fight fiercely, even when faced with insurmountable challenges. The enduring legacy of the Hakkar shone brightly, a guiding light for Klingons' resilience and tenacity. The Empire vowed to keep alive the memory of those who had fought with unwavering courage, ensuring that their heroic tale would be passed down through the generations, never to fade into obscurity. And with that, true champions of the cause. Our stories have come to an end. I thank you for spending this time with us, and I look forward to seeing you again. Please let your thoughts be known in the comments. I truly look forward to reading them. So, until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go visit enterstarplanet.com for more. And until our paths meet again, I have been your host, Arius Valo. See you in the shadows, my love.